Yo guys, it's Kyle coming at you from Bane's Film Reviews. I just saw The Wild Robot, the newest DreamWorks animated feature film directed by Chris Sanders, starring Lupita Nyong'o, Pedro Pascal, and Kit Connor. I had really high hopes for this film coming in. I haven't seen an animated film from DreamWorks in years. Maybe the last thing being How to Train Your Dragon. But I had heard really good things about this, heard it was one of the best animated films of the year, if not in the past decade. So again, I had high hopes and anticipated a lot from this film, and with an all-star cast like this, it also stars actors like Stephanie Hsu and Mark Hamill and Ving Rhames playing prominent roles in this film as well. I got everything I had hoped for and more with this film. First of all, the animation is absolutely brilliant. The film employs a series of animation techniques. With one prominent 3D animation is the focal point of this film, really, outside of the narrative. But they use some other techniques throughout, and I'm not as well versed in animation as I would like to be, but it's clear that these animation techniques blend together very well to create something incredibly cohesive and really, really entertaining and enjoyable. It's a beautiful film aesthetically from start to finish. I saw literally no hiccups in the entire film in that regard. The voice acting, absolutely spectacular. And I thought that Kit Connor was, as a name that I'd never heard before, playing such a prominent role alongside Lupita Nyong'o and Pedro Pascal, who have taken the world by storm in the past 5 years or so. He not only holds his own, but there are moments when he absolutely outshines them, and that's not to degrade their performances whatsoever, because that couldn't be further from the truth. They are brilliant, but Kit Connor, again, holds his own, exceeds expectations, and sometimes even outshines them. And I can't say enough about him because he's just spectacular. It's a really funny film. The Wild Robot is a really, really funny film. I laughed out loud numerous times. I didn't stare at this film stone face as I've been accused of doing on numerous occasions. I literally laughed out loud, and so did many other people in the theater. There were two kids in this theater that talked a lot during previews. A lot. And I anticipated that they would continue to talk throughout the duration of this film. That was not the case at all. And I don't think that was because they didn't enjoy it. I actually think it was because they were so engrossed in this film. I didn't hear whispers. I heard nothing. They just, seeing them made it appeared to me that they were so engrossed in this film. So that really is a target audience, is children here. And DreamWorks hits the nail on the head. But being a 34-year-old adult, I sat in the theater by myself and watched this film and enjoyed the comedy. I thought it was effective humor. There was even some adult references that they do a really good job of keeping hidden from younger viewers. I think they'll go over the more mature references, which there aren't a ton, and they're not crazy mature. Just they use some euphemisms for inappropriate words from time to time, and I think that they are covered up in a way that it will allow them to go over kids' heads and not even cross parents' minds as being inappropriate. Now, the emotional aspect of this film beyond the comedy is just superb. It is the deepest emotional connection to a film I think I have felt all year. I watched a brief review of this film, and they asked the gentleman that was reviewing this film, "Did you cry?" And he said yes. Very brief, very succinctly, he said yes. While I did not cry, I did hold back tears. It is so emotionally relevant. It touches on universal truths, but also some very niche aspects of just being human. And I think it does a really spectacular job of reaching viewers emotionally. I was floored by that aspect of the film. And part of that is a result of Maren Morris's original songs for this film. She has two. And one plays smack dab in the middle of the film, with a montage of moments from our three lead characters, Roz and Fink and Bright Bill, played by Nyong'o and Pascal and Connor in that order. And Maren Morris's voice is amazing. I've thought that for a long time now. I've seen her live in concert. She's just as good live as she is recorded. And it was exciting to hear her voice in this film because it's not a voice that I expected to play alongside an animated DreamWorks film. But it's perfect. It's a perfect blend. It's a perfect marriage of aesthetic, of narrative, and of music. It's just spectacular, and I don't know how to put it into words any better than that. This is a film, again, that I had very high expectations for. I wanted this to be as good as everyone said it was. It wasn't. It was better. I think that this is the best film that I've seen this year, which is high praise. With films like Longlegs is just embedded in my brain as one of the greatest things I've seen in a long time. And this is one of the best animated films that I've seen in the past decade. Only films like Encanto and Coco maybe surpassing the Wild Robot for best animated film. Disney will need to step up their game if they would like to compete with DreamWorks, if this is DreamWorks' algorithm and method of developing animated films going forward. The Wild Robot is a 9.5 out of 10. It is as close to perfect as you can get, and that's only because I'm stubborn and I refuse to give anything a 10 out of 10. It's very close to a 10. It's a 9.5 out of 10. Go to the theater to watch this film. Bring your kids, bring your loved ones, bring whoever you want. Go sit by yourself. I don't care. Find time, spend the money, and go see this film. You will not regret it. I promise you. Until next time, peace.